Hey, what is up guys? My name is Daniel and today I am here with a $2,000 full editing PC build. Now what I mean by full is that I actually added my peripherals, or not my peripherals, but I added peripherals in here, and the reason that I'm going to put this disclaimer on every full PC build video is that, peripherals and things like that all come down to personal preference. I also added an operating system on here. A lot of people don't like it when people add operating systems or peripherals or whatever else, because that always comes down to personal preference, which is why I don't do it in 90% of my PC build videos. But in this one, I am, because I do get requested to do it. So again, this is like an editing workstation, whatever you want to call it, PC build. Let's get right into it with the CPU. I went with the Intel Core i7-4930K, 3.4 GHz 6-core processor. This is $560 right now and is great, especially for, editing work and things like that, since you get a slightly higher core count for not that much more money. And so for the CPU cooler, I'm with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. Sleeve-bearing CPU coolers is $35, and this has kind of become a standard choice as far as CPU cooling goes. Even on, builds where people aren't generally going to be overclocking, people will put these just to increase the lifespan and allow CPUs to get to whatever their turbo boost frequency is without, getting too hot and having to throttle back down. So again, this will be a big help. For the thermal compound, which I did add as well in this build, which is personal preference, I went with the Arctic Silver 5 high density polysynthetic silver, 3.5 grams of thermal paste. That is somewhat of a tongue twister. This is $6.73, and again, it's 3.5 grams, so, enough to do CPU cooler with, but it's not all that much. But, I saved as much money as I could. So for the motherboard, I'm with the Asus P9X79 LE ATX LGA 2011 motherboard. This is $230 right now, and is really all you need. Asus has got some great motherboards, and this is definitely one of them. It's not insanely heavy on the BIOS and UEFI and feature set and everything like that, but as far as X79 motherboards go that aren't too expensive, this is definitely a good one. For the memory, I went with the G-Skill Ripjaws X Series, 8GB, which is 2 sticks of 4GB, DDR3 1866 MHz memory. This is $70 or $80, I should say, which is more than enough for most editing. I didn't really put 16 gigs or anything in here just because the peripherals kind of made it hard to put 16 gigs in here, but you could upgrade if you want. RAM is something that's super easy to upgrade at a later date, so again, you can do that. For the storage, I went with only a mechanical hard drive, actually. It's the Western Digital Caviar Black, 2TB, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. This is $150 and is a great hard drive. Now, it's a little bit faster than Caviar Blue because of the extra fast cache that it comes with. So yeah, not much more I could say there. For the video card, I went with the MSI GeForce GTX 750 Ti 2GB video card. Right now, after the $10 mail-in rebate, this is $170, which is, a pretty good value. I just went with this because, you could support your monitor or multiple monitors if you wanted to, or a 4K monitor, because this actually supports 4K at 60 frames per second, or 60 Hz, I should say. So you can do all those things. So for the case, I went with the Corsair 650D ATX mid-tower case. This is $140 right now, or actually $139, but yeah, it's a great case. Build quality is super solid. It has a window, great ventilation, looks amazing. I don't know why, I just love the look of the Corsair Obsidian series, I do. But yeah, for the power supply, I went with the Corsair Builder Series CX600 600 watt 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. This is $70 and is more than we need in this build. In this build, we're actually only using 300 watts, which is surprisingly little amount, but that's due to the fact that we have that 750 Ti in here, which doesn't draw very much power. Now for the operating system, which again is very much personal preference, I went the Windows 8.1 64-bit OEM operating system. This is $100 right now. I like it personally, but some people like Windows 7 more, some people like stock Windows 8. I'm actually running Windows 8.1 right now on my rig. I really don't have that many problems with it. And plus, they're rolling out more and more updates for it as the days go by for Windows 8.1. And they're going to be adding the start menu back within a couple of months here. So yeah. For the monitor, I went with the Asus VE278Q 27-inch monitor. This is $250 after the $10 or after the $20 mail-in rebate, I should say. It's actually $230, which is, a very good price for a 27-inch monitor. Color representation is pretty solid. I don't know too much about this monitor, so you may want to look it up before buying this. For the keyboard, only the Logitech G710 wired gaming keyboard. This is $130. It's a great keyboard. It's MX Browns, Cherry MX Browns, so it's not going to be super loud. It's going to be somewhat quiet, but at the same time tactile. Plus, this keyboard will just last for a long time, unlike most membrane keyboards. For the mouse, only the Razer DeathAdder wired optical mouse, which is kind of a standard mouse nowadays. It's $61.60. I have a couple friends that own this mouse. They love it. It's optical, so you're not going to have any issues with tracking like some people complain about on laser mice. I have a laser mouse myself. I don't really notice it. But yeah, for the speakers, only the Logitech Z523 30-watt 2.1 channel speakers. These are $77.36. Some great speakers. You do get, I believe it's an 8-inch subwoofer with these, so good bass representation, if a little overpowered, but at 30 watts, it's not going to be all that overpowered. So yeah, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new here. I post content every other day. Thanks for watching, and peace.